two drivers from Team Penske are left standing for the ultimate quest to be Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series champion. Will it be Derek Hamill or Bryon Webb? We will find out in the next 42 laps. Welcome to round 17 of the Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series. We're live from Orlando International Speedway in Orlando, Florida. It's the Monster Energy 500. Thank you all for joining us once again. I'm Marty Sakala. So it's been an unbelievable season so far. Many upsets, many crashes, many amazing finishes. However, though, at the right place at the right time, Bryon Webb and Derek Hamill are in the battle to win the championship. How do these guys get here in the road to the finals? Well, if we take a look at our challenge bracket. So we start things off first with Derek Hamill. How did he get to the finals? In round 1, he took on Zachary Fitzwater, won it 2-1. Round 2, defeated Marcus Sacchi, 2-1. In round 3, defeated Otto Baranowskis. I'm pretty sure that was a 2-1 matchup. Or no, that was a 3-0 matchup. And then finally, against teammate Alexander Rowe, winning 2-1 and advanced to the finals for the number 24 seed in the playoffs. How did Bryon Webb get here as well? There you see him. He came in as the number 18 seed. Defeated Brian Ferris 2-1. Then defeated Edwin Mendez 2-1. And then he defeated teammate Angie Brown 2-1. In probably the most controversial move in NOFSRL history. If you missed our race at Chicagoland, let's show it for you right now. Angie Brown got merged back into traffic coming out pit road. A lap down, gets into Bryon Webb and puts him upside down. Webb would finish behind Angie Brown. However, though, the stewards decided that was clearly intentional and avoidable contact. And so they gave Bryon Webb the nod into the semifinals. And then Bryon Webb just defeated Aaron Carlson 2-1. Take a look and see how much time we got. There's also the battle for the regular season championship. Now, the drivers are in the finals already into the NOFSRL World Championship, which will begin on June 1st. However, though, one spot is left, and it's going to the regular season champion. Right now, Jaden Scott and Brian Ferris are tied for the points lead at the moment. Jonathan Wong is third, 1 point back in the 15. Jonathan Logan, teammate of Jonathan Wong, 5 points back in fourth. Josh Goot, who was the favorite to win the championship, lost out in round 2, 9 points back in fifth. Now, Stuart Grant is sixth in the 77, 14 points back. Jake Rogers, 7th, 15 points back in the 98. Marty Johnson is in 8th, 22 points back. The 29er Patrick Smith is 9th, 23 points back. The number 8 of Michael Kelly, 24 points back in 10th. The 50 of Christian Vargas, 26 points back in 11th. And the number 7 of Benny Watson, 35 points back in 12th. Now, should either Jaden Scott, Stuart Gratton, or Patrick Smith win the regular season championship, it will then come down to the drivers who are battling for third place in the playoffs right now. And that is between Alexander Rowe and Aaron Carlson. One of those drivers has a chance at gaining the NRFS World Championship should either Scott, Smith, or Grant win the points championship. Alright, we're just about set to go racing. We're about to fire the engines, but there's one thing we need to do to get them fired up. Let's get the command to fire the engines for the final race of the season.
Drivers, start your engines!
The 33 engines are fired up. Here's the starting lineup for one last time. On the front row for the Monster Energy 500, teammates from AJ Foy Enterprises, the 14 of Steve Morgan and the 40 of Michael Canto. Row 2, the 28 of Colin Denton and the 9 of Marty Johnson, standing 8th in the standings, just 22 points back. Row 3, a tough loss to him in the semifinals, the 88 of Aaron Carlson, and next to him, the winner at Homestead yesterday, the 50 of Christian Vargas. Row 4, the 29 of Patrick Smith, 23 points back in 9th. Next to him, the 77 of Stuart Grant, 14 points back in 6th. Row 5. Trying to get it. There we go. The 5 of Carter Friesen and the 11 of Josh Scoot, 9 points back in 5th. Row 6, the 83 of Marcus Sachi and the 98 of Jake Rogers, 15 points back in 7th. Excuse me. Row 7 is the 10 of Johnny Gardner and the 17 of Jaden Scott. Scott is tied for points lead right now with Brian Ferris. Row 8, the 1 of Justin Zidell and Brian Ferris. Row 9, the 19 of Zachary Fitzwater and the 15 of Jonathan Wong, who is 1 point back in 3rd. 42 laps around the 3-mile super speedway, 126 miles. This makes this race the longest race of the season. And you do not turn left at Orlando, you turn right, which will be an interesting challenge for these drivers. They have been turning left all season long, but today in the final race, they're going to be going the right way. The drivers come off turn 4. The fans are on their feet. It's been a fun ride, but we got one race to go. Steve Morgan and Michael Cantor will bring the field to the starting line. The final race of the Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series. The Monster Energy 500 from Orlando is green. Aaron Carlson already jumping to the inside, trying to get the race lead. They're 4 wide for second right now. Steve Morgan liking that middle line for right now as the drivers go off turn 2. Drivers trying to make that 4th lane on the bottom work. They've got the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th lanes working on the high side. They can't figure it out just yet. Usually at this track, usually one caution happens in the race at this version. That happens in turn 3. But hey, who knows what could happen. Lap 1 of the race led by Steve Morgan, updating you on your 2 championship drivers every lap. Let's find them for ya. Looking for the 22 and the 12, Derek Hamill in 18th, Bryon Webb in 29th. Now, how this is going to be determined is based off of 3 stages. Similar to what we do in the summer, the fall, and the winter. The first 2 stages will decide who is up front at lap 10 and lap 20. If you are up 2-0, but if you're down 2-0 and you win the race, you win the championship, or else you lose the championship. That is how it works in the Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series, just like it is done with all the previous rounds, but this one's just broken up into 3 stages. Morgan continuing to lead. Aaron Carlson's trying to get that 2nd spot away. Here comes the 2 car, Angie Brown to the inside. Help from Alexander Rowe. This is what Rowe wants, though, even though Aaron Carlson's up there. But look at that. That is 3 pesky cars working together. And Bryon Webb's up there in car number 12. There you see him. Let's go on board with Bryon. And look at the speeds into the turns. 2:16 into turn 3. 5 wide as well. 5 wide will sometimes work, but usually it doesn't. And Webb better be careful. He is stuck up there. And he's got the 22 behind him of Derek Hamill. Man, imagine if these 2 drivers take each other out. Man, what would that be like? Morgan's got a very fast car. Webb 11th. Hamill is 16th. 5 by 5. The first row 3 deep. Or 4 deep now. That's getting very good. As the 4 of Edwin Mendez, that's the teammate of Morgan, who's gone up into 2nd position. Oh, but it's very tight between these drivers in the middle going 5 wide. Galladoni all the way down low. And they're going to crash. Around goes the 2. The 22 is involved as well. Patrick Smith. Marcus Sachi. Josh Good is in it. Aaron Carlson, first caution of the day is out at Orlando. And this is what you want if you're Bryon Webb. With your opponent involved in the crash, this changes everything. There's the 22. Now, how much damage does he have? It doesn't look like that much, but it will come down to if he hit the wall. I don't see the side pods damage compared to Aaron Carlson. But this is a developing story right here. Derek Hamill involved in the first caution from a 5-wide scenario in turn 3. Steve Morgan brought him to the line, and Bryon Webb missed the crash in 4th. Trying to find Jaden Scott and Brian Ferris. There's the 17. He missed the accident. The 27 missed it as well. We'll have a few drivers come in. Steve Morgan and Alexander Rowe going to come in. Jonathan Wong, he did not miss the crash, but right now Brian Ferris has the lead in the regular season in the points championship, as mixed drivers are coming in, including everyone that was involved in the wreck. Let's watch the replay and show you what brought up the first caution in the Monster Energy 500. Take a look at this from the Firestone blimp. 5 wide usually goes wrong. And it happens right here with the 5, the 1, the 2, and the 12 barely in it. And Webb does get involved as well, but he's just rubbing. He's all good to go. The 5 into the 2 to the 8 and the 21. Alexander Rowe gets a piece of it. You saw getting the wheel pod. But watch the 22 Derek Hamill here in the big wreck. There he is. You see, he's got this missed. And then Patrick Smith just clips him in the left side. Christian Vargas, I think he may have missed the crash. Don't count me on that. But, ooh, Hamill does take a hit into the wall on the safer barrier. Then got rear-ended by Michael Canto, so Hamill will be slow. If not, maybe retiring from the race. Oh yeah, P.S. I'm going to pause that as well, so we don't lose anything. Let's watch it from this angle right here. Watch the 22. There's Aaron Carlson as well. That's big implications right there, because you know Alexander Rowe missed the crash, and right now Rowe would like to see Jaden Scott win the championship, and there's the rear end right there. Let's go from the 22 Derek Hamill. Here's the onboard, the first one we will watch. Driver's just trying to miss the crash, and there goes Derek Hamill. He just had nowhere to go. It looked like he had a miss straight on, but then he just got hit in the side. And then there's the rear end. You couldn't see it right there. Let's go from Justin Zeidel in the 12. This will be a good one to watch. From the left side. There you see it. Let's go from the 2 car of Angie Brown. into the 8 and the 21. She's going to rear end the wall. There's Marcus Sachi up in the air as well for a moment. And Brown's going to have some left front suspension and wing damage. There's the 11, Josh Goot. Apologies for that as well. A lot of people in my road love the speed, especially the farmers. I know it sucks, man, but deal with it, man. Here's Michael Kelly in the 9. Also involved in the accident. Goes up and into the wall. The 360 keeps it on going. We'll probably have side pod damage to number 8. Here's from the 11 of Josh Goot. The driver head is Jaden Scott in the 17. That's not the 11. The person that made the scheme messed up. Made only one simple mistake. You see Goot goes up in the air. Touched wheels with someone probably. Then into the 2 and the 83. Let's go one more on board here for Patrick Smith in the 29 car. Will carry the last on board for us. He's just going to have nowhere to go here. All the smoke. Oh, he just got turned. Then he was the one that got in the 22. Man, Wong does a good job missing the wreck. But that is how the first caution plays out in the Monster Energy 500. The race leader is Steve Morgan. He's led every lap so far. Let's get back to the restart. And we are ready to go for the restart here in Orlando. A few drivers came in, including the race leader, Steve Morgan. This hands the lead off to Jonathan Logan right now. Update on the championship battle. Bryon Webb is running third, and Derek Hamill, who is one of the drivers that did have to come in from that wreck, currently runs in 28th position. And don't forget, there's 2 laps left before we decide who gets the first point towards the championship. Looks like Bryon Webb could get it right here. But Jonathan Logan is the race leader. Edwin Mendez second. Bryon Webb third. Brian Ferris fourth. Gatlin Downey fifth. Ottawa Baranowskis sixth. Benny Watson seventh. Justin Zidell eighth. Carter Friesen ninth. Zachary Fitzwater is 10th. On the regular season championship battle right now, Brian Ferris has the points lead unless Logan has credit right now. 46, 42, 41, 40. Jonathan Logan actually has the lead towards the points championship right now as we go back to green. 2 to go for the first point. Bryon Webb trying to get that outside line here. Ferris and Downey are going to work together here. Try and get spots away from Bryon Webb. Webb is falling back. Mendez is going to have a run to the inside on Jonathan Logan for the first lead change on the green flag laps. Gatlin Downey trying to make it 3 wide. He's got no drafting help. Logan's got the worst help. That's no help as well. Edward Mendez taking the race lead away. Brian Ferris second, decides to go to the high side. Wants help from Benny Watson as Mendez has no help. But here comes the 63 of Downey with some help from Christian Vargas in the 50. Now Vargas takes it down low. There's Bryon Webb. He crosses the line in the 12th spot. No signs of Derek Hamill anywhere. He's there right in the 22 in the back of the pack. He wants to hope that Bryon Webb gets into an accident this stage. Or the next, this stage or the next. Down the backstretch, Jonathan Wong takes it 3 wide to the inside. Help from Stuart Gratton. And Steve Morgan with those fresh tires is up there in the number 14. Grant looking down low with help from that 14. Morgan takes it to the inside. It's going to be Steve Morgan here at the start-finish line. But he's got to run for the race lead. He doesn't need no help. He's Steve Morgan. He has got the fastest car here. But Cole Baker wants to take it 4 wide to the inside for the race lead, and he's got the help from Andra Baranoskis. Oh, but I don't like what Bryon Webb and Brian Ferris are doing. They're touching. But it's okay. They're 4 wide. You can definitely do that. You just try it. You can do 5 wide. Just try your best not to do it all the time. Speaking of these two teams, I want to mention something else. Going into today's race, Andretti Autosport had the title lead over Team Penske, and we're watching that battle closely. It looks like based on how many members from... I want to see how many drivers I see in this pack. I see Webb, I see Zidell, he's going for the lead. 1, 2, 1. There's 2 drivers from Team Penske, and then from Andretti there's the 27 and the 98. Trying to see if there's anyone else. The 26 as well. So there's 3 drivers from Andretti up in that pack. So it looks like right now where they're at, Andretti Autosport will pull off and get the Owners' Championship. Their second Owners' title, I'm pretty sure. But Carter Friesen anyway in the 5, looking for the lead. He had help from Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzy decided, hey man, I want the lead myself. Oh, Fitzwater's gotta be careful here. Oh boy, 5 wide in turn 1. And Fitzy's gonna take the lead here at Orlando. But remember what happened when we went 5 wide last time? Oh, we're going 4 wide now, never mind. This is a pack of 16 drivers that made it through the wreck without any damage at all. Here goes Jonathan Wong to the inside, but they're all up high, nearly running into each other. 5 wide for the race lead. Jonathan Wong takes it. He's got 2 wins this season. Would love to get his 3rd and final win of the season here today. Honda's already got the Manufacturers' Championship clinched. But how many races will they be up by at the end of the day today? We'll just have to see. Edwin Mendez in the 4 car looking for the lead with help from Stuart Grant in the 77. Grant takes it to the inside. Oh, Ferris puts it down low with no help at all. .216 into the corner. Mendez and Wong side by side. Edwin goes to the point, and Brian Ferris makes his way up to the 2nd position once again. And right now, Ferris has the lead. Mendez leads them at the line. Baker takes a look down low. Oh boy, Steve decides, hey folks, this is my race. I'm taking her 4 wide for the lead. Zidell pushing the 14. Morgan looks to the inside. Now Baranoskis looks to the inside. 4 wide for 2nd. This is what Steve Morgan wants. As long as the low line does not get a huge run into the turn, we should be good. And, oh, Morgan's trying to block Baker big time. But Baker is there. He could try and get help from Fitzwater. He's all the way down low, trying to create that 4th line on the bottom side with Jake Rogers. As Mendez takes the lead. Into the corner here. Here goes Andre looking for the race lead. Benny Watson helping out as well from the 7 on board. You may actually decide not to watch on board. It's going to be a lot of that today. Yeah. We'll probably leave it like that. Baranowski's leading. Fitzwater's got to run on the bottom. But he's got no help. Baranowskis does. Friesen kind of does. It's going to be Adra at the line here. Carter Friesen trying to look down low here. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Fitzwater in the middle. Here comes Gatlin down into 63. Bryon Webb back up there as well in car number 12. Webb wants the inside here in the battle for the race lead into the turn. Jonathan Logan takes it 5 wide into the corner. And teammate Jonathan Wong says, "Partner, let me go with ya." Looking at the view, the Highline had a much better run, which ends the 5 wide, puts it back to a 4 wide scenario as Friesen is leading. Vargas in second, running that Highline. Here goes Bryon Webb wide in second spot now. Opens up the door for the Rahal teammates, taking it 4 wide here for third. Friesen puts the block on the number 12. Carter continues to lead. Jonathan Wong wants the inside here. Dang, the FPS is very terrible today. It's typical Orlando. What do you expect? This is a high quality track. And this laptop's from like 2011, so yeah. The 15 to the point. Morgan to second. Ferris is now third. Here we go for the race lead. And the 14 looking to get back to the point here, helping Cole Baker. The 14 and the 15 side by side, exiting the corner. Morgan leads him at the line. Baker is in second, and Baker wants the lead here. Jonathan Logan has other plans about it. Stuart Grattan makes his way up to the second position. And one of the Aussies, helped from Baranowski behind Baranowskis. One of the other Aussies, Zachary Fitzwater. I'm pretty sure we have up to 2 Aussies in the field. And lap traffic. Angie Brown and Marcus Sapchi. Slow down the high in the middle lines, and there goes Baranowskis to the lead. It's going to be a 6-car breakaway from the pack. Make it a 3-car breakaway as Fitzy looks to the inside for the race lead. Next slow car will be Colin Denton in turn 1 as Baranowskis leads it. Webb gets by. P.S. He's got 2 points now, which means Derek Hamill in that must-win situation. And he needs a huge mirror. He needs probably every single car in the field to get damage. Hamill is 17 seconds back. Trying to find him. He just entered turn 1, 20 seconds back in 25th position. The pack will get back up to its hole little by little. Benny Watson trying to get that inside line on Zachary Fitzwater for the lead. Christian Vargas wants the inside. Nobody's going to go with him. Except here. And no one's still going with him. He'll have the advantage in the turns. He'll take the position away here. Here goes Edwin Mendez down low on Benny Watson for a second spot. Down in the turn. Mendez advances. Christian Vargas the third. Now Mendez has got it right to the inside, but they catch the Colin Denton. What's going to happen? Is Fitzy going to get slowed down by this? Or is Mendez going to get slowed down by this? Fitzwater keeps the lead. Oh man, Denton slowing down a lot of traffic. But now the question will be, could Fitzy be too far ahead? We'll just have to see. Next slow car would be DJ Reed. He is in turn 4, and he is 5 laps down for the race lead. Out of Baranowski's taking a look to the inside, side by side in turn 4. Ottawa goes to the point. There goes Mendez wanting the lead as well. Trying to regain it. Fitzwater has lost the lead. Benny Watson pushing Edwin. Jonathan Logan second. Here goes Brian Ferris. Carter Friesen taking it 3 wide. No help at all in the number 5. Wong and Webb are trying to catch up. Battling for third, Carter Friesen, Brian Ferris, Jonathan Wong, and the rest of the pack behind them. Aaron Carlson retired from the race as well with an ignition problem. I just realized that. I thought I saw another person that went out. Tough break for the 88. That means third place will go to Alexander Rowe in the playoffs. Hey Dad, I'm busy though. Carter Friesen, Jonathan Wong for third. Friesen puts the block. As Wong and Ferris battle for fourth. Friesen commits to the high side. He wants to try it out here. He'll get blocked though by the 16 and the 4. The question though will be, when will we catch up the lap traffic? Now it's going to be Michael Kelly. So DJ Reed has gotten by the number 8. Kelly, the last car in the lead lap in turn 2. These guys just entered 2. Jonathan Wong to the point. Christian Vargas second. Now they go side by side, and Vargas has help from Steve Morgan in the 14. Vargas leads them. Morgan, though, has no help in the 14. Wong's going to take the high line here. Now who's got the help? In the corner, the 14 does, with help from Brian Ferris. And now he's got help from Justin Zeidel as Steve goes back to the race lead. It's going to be interesting to see how many lead changes we have in this race. Nearly 5 wide in turn 3, and that's what they're doing right now. They got enough room, though, to survive it. They'll catch up to the 8 now. Right here, Michael Kelly. Who does this slow down coming to the line? Morgan gets by cleanly. Vargas gets by. The middle and the low lines are slowed down. Nearly developing to be a 5-wide situation there for a moment. Everyone's going to get by Michael Kelly cleanly. Next slow car will be Eli Bryn, the 21, as they enter turn 30. Same with these guys. Vargas trying to make a pass on the high side for the race lead. He's got it. Making the pass on the high side. Because of no drift from Steve Morgan. Morgan, though, trying his best to watch out. Oliver Baranowskis and Jake Rogers. Looks like they tried to bump draft in the corner. That almost turned into be a scary, scary mess. Three wide for the lead. Oliver Baranowskis, teammate Jake Rogers looking, going to the point. And now Rogers wants to take it 4 wide to the inside. And Rogers has the run. We're going to go 4 wide for the lead. For now, though, why don't I say for now? Because you just saw it. Eli Bright's about to get caught up here in the number 21 on the high side. Oh, Steve Morgan's going to get slowed down. Maybe the low line's going to get slowed down. Morgan is going to take the lead. Back. Oh, Bright almost got into him. Almost turned out to be a disaster here. Vargas, by the way, is leading. It was Rogers, by the way, at the line. Next slow car would be... Oh, it's Derek Hamill off turn 2. Watch that closely. Could we see something similar to what we saw at Chicagoland with Angie Brown and Bryon Webb? I don't think we will. Hamill knows better. And Vargas is going to get by. Wong's going to get by. Morgan's going to get by. Hamill slows down Mendez and the rest of the high line. Almost gets into Gatlin Downey. Now they'll catch up to DJ Reed with 12 laps to go. Now where do you go? Vargas is going to make the pass on the low line. Wong will get slowed down. Jake Rogers is going to get the slingshot and advance to second. They're going to thread the needle on DJ. He'll go 6 laps down now in the 44. Next slow cars will be Angie Brown and Marcus Sachi once again. These drivers are in turn 4, I'm pretty sure. Trying to make sure that is turn 4. And that is turn 4. And DJ Reed, by the way, he is in the draft. He's trying to fight back, so he must not have suffered any damage, but must have had like a tire go down, which caused him to go back a few laps. Meanwhile, Rogers wants to lead on the high line. Vargas trying to block, and DJ Reed is pushing. No! He decides to go with the 50 car. Vargas still leading. Baranowskis goes to second. Here's the run to the inside for Andra Baranowskis. DJ Reed will definitely play a factor in this race if he's up front at the end of the race, but they catch it in the 2 and the 83. It looks like they're going to slow down the whole pack here, except for Christian Vargas. And no one is getting away yet. Mendez, Ferris, Fitzwater, and Logan trying to get by. Mendez and Ferris go by. But look at the lead Christian Vargas has in the 50 car. How will the draft play out with 10 laps to go? He's got to be too far ahead, especially with 10 to go. Next slow cars will be Marty Johnson, Alexander Rowe, and Josh Gooden turn 3. These guys are just about 5 miles an hour faster than Vargas, and they're going to catch up to him quickly. Brian Ferris in 3rd. Remember, I believe, if I'm correct, he's got the lead right now in the regular season in the points championship. And they're up to the 50. Ferris wants the inside for 2nd. No one's going with him. The high line's going to prevail here. And now now the low line may prevail. The high line prevails. Where do you go? That's where the draft has. As we have 9 to go. Vargas is in trouble. He still has the lead here. Ferris wants it. 6 cars under a blanket, soon to be 7. who looks to the inside. They stay 2 by 2 down the backstretch. 2 Andretti cars and 1 driver kind of from Andretti. You've got 1 guy from AJ Foyt, 1 guy for Penske, and 1 guy from from Lazier team on the high side. It is Chevy versus Honda, leading the first 3 rows. Honda's on the inside, Chevy's on the outside. Honda still leading with Christian Vargas. Now Vargas transitions to the outside. Here goes Ferris wanting the race lead. Benny Watson all by himself in the low line. 7 laps to go in the season. Baranowskis wants the lead. 3 wide into the corner. Benny Watson up to second. Gatlin Downey. He was a spoiler in the first few rounds of the playoffs because he did not make the playoffs, but he was still contended for wins, though. Unfortunately, did not get it, though, as we're 4 wide for that 5th position for a moment. Baranowskis wants Brian Ferris to go with him in the number 27. Here's the onboard from good old Brian. I don't see any signs of Bryon Webb in this pack. He's outside the pack. He's probably going to miss a wreck. He wants to bring that car home cleanly for the championship celebration. Gatlin Downey goes to the lead. Stuart Graham now goes to the inside. The Aussies working together on the low line. Graham takes the middle. Fitzy down low for the lead. Fitzwater to the point. Jonathan Logan goes in second. Logan's won at this track before as an Xbox Amateur Series driver, and he did not win that race back in Season 1. He won the championship as well. Coming to 6 laps to go. It's Fitzwater at the line. Zidell wants to take it to the inside. And Zidell's got to run 3 wide into the corner. Here comes Jake Rogers in the 98. Zidell goes to the middle. Rogers to the inside. Still 3 wide for the race lead. Jake Rogers now up front. Mendez to the inside for the lead. No one goes with the 4. Rogers still leading. The battle with DJ Reed is not for the race lead. 5 laps to go. If any point of caution comes out, we head to overtime. Rogers blocking the 44. Trying to block the 4. He cannot do that. Watson pushing Mendez. Watching the battle for the championship. In the regulars, in the points battle. If Jonathan Logan wins this race, he is the points champion. Bryon Webb is going to be the official champion, but we have that points champion as well to clinch. But they're being in begging for a moment. Pit stops! Oh! This is going to change everything! 4 laps to go. Who will make it on gas? We saw it earlier this season at Ricky Raceway, and we're going to see it again today. For the race lead, it's Brian Ferris going to the point. Now those drivers who came in under the first caution, I think they may have enough to go the distance. I am not too sure. On lap traffic once again, Josh Goot and Marty Johnson. They slow down the 2 lanes. Now, who comes in? The low line, I think, is going to come in. Ferris comes down pit road. Jonathan Logan to the lead with 3 to go. Zidell trying to get by the high side all by himself. Logan takes it. Gatlin down. He goes to second. Logan tried his best. Could not do it there. And Logan slow. He may be out of gas. He got the tank fired back up. He's going to save gas, maybe. Almost hits the 63. Or the 19, excuse me. But Dale Corey Racing 1-2, they're going to try and draft it out all together. Logan is very slow. He's out. He's out of gas. They're all coming in. They're all coming in. Maybe not. Don't forget Steve Morgan pitted under the first caution. Make sure he had enough gas. He's leading with 2 laps to go. But it's a long way to the finish. It's a 3-mile course, not a 2.5. He's got a 5-second lead over someone in... Who's in second? That's what Is that Brad Stover in second? Yes, it is. And Derek Hamill... I don't know about Derek Hamill. I think he's still a lap down. I think he is. But can Steve Morgan go the distance and win it at Orlando? He started on the pole today. Led the opening laps. Oh, he may be coming in. No, he's staying out. He's going to go for it. Here he comes. Steve Morgan comes to the white flag with 1 lap to go. Led the opening stages of the race. He's going to win the race. We're looking at Bryon Webb, though. He's the champion this season. I lost sight of the 14. Where is he? There he is. He's exiting turn 2. If Morgan comes in, will Stover come in? And I think Jaden Scott has taken the lead in the points battle. Oh my goodness. Will he make it? Off turn 4 for the final time. Oh no! Morgan's coming in! Is Stover gonna come in? Or is he staying out? Oh, he's gonna come in as well! Oh, is Morgan gonna win? He does it! Steve Morgan makes it on gas and wins it! I don't know who's got to finish the laps, though. That's the question. I got to figure this out, though. But here's what we know. As long as Jaden Scott crossed the line, he's the champ. I know I'm going to mess this up. So here's what I'm going to do. Just in case, I'm going to export the results. This is how they are right now. Patrick Smith was still on the track. Okay. So Juan Garcia's gonna be the last driver to finish, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and then, yes, that's it. That's how you do it. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. Those are the results. Steve Morgan wins the final race of the season. Looking at the results closely here, Jaden Scott will win the points championship. That means Alexander Rowe will go to the World Championships and Scott is already in. And Bryon Webb, the Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series champion for Season 3, He has done it. He has waited 2 seasons of pain and agony of defeat. Bryon Webb is the king this season. Now I'll save these again. Alrighty, man, what a race that was, I tell you. Holy cow. Alright, so that is all set, I'm pretty sure. Let me think if there's anything else I need to do with this. I do not. What a finish. Came down to fuel mileage, and Steve Morgan came down to that first caution. If we did not have that first caution, this race would have changed big time, I tell you. Big time. So first off, we're going to finish off the bracket. We'll go to score 4 for last. Alright, was it a 2-1 or a 3-0? That's what I would like to know. Bryon Webb did beat Derek Hamill. Okay, so that's a 3-0. That's all I needed to know. Close you out. 3-0. There's the champ and the bronze matchup. 3-0 for Alexander Rowe. So Team Penske finally gets a driver winning the championship. We are officially done with the tournament. The season is over. And that's all Team Penske right there. The top 3 in the standings. Bryon Webb the champion. Derek Hamill the runner-up. Alexander Rowe maybe next time in 3rd. 4th place Aaron Carlson. The tie for 5th is Zaidel, Brown, Smith, and Baranowskis. The tie for 9th is Goot, Bright, Stover, Denton, Sachi, Scott, Baker, Mendez. And the 17th place tie, Rogers, Fitzwater, Gardner, Kelly, Ferris, Wong, Vargas, Reed, Johnson, Logan, Grant, Watson, Gandor, Garcia, Morgan, Friesen. Excuse me. And Downey. Going to the win counters right now. I think this may give Morgan the lead in Meals wins. No, I don't think so though. I think he's got 1. Don't count me on that though. Everything's loading up as well. Here's the all-time wins list. Trying to find Steve on here. Is it 3 or is it 4? Or is it 2? Maybe it's at 2. Okay. I mean, I want to check score 4 before we import the results. Make sure that's 2 wins. Does not sound like he's got 2 wins, I tell you. It just does not. Oopsies. Results, I don't want that. I want standings. His first season was Meals 2. And he did get 1 win. We then went to the summer. He got 1 there. We then went to the fall. He had none, and then we went to the winter. He had none. Okay. Just making sure. His 3rd career win in Meals, or in the NOFSRL. Now we'll go to score for. We'll import those results. That's good. Oh man, the lead changes is gonna be fun to look at. We know what that is. That is Orlando. There it goes. 26 lead changes and 10 different leaders. Pretty sure this gives the title to Andretti, the orange title to Andretti as well. It has to. It just has to. Yep, it does. 26 lead changes, 10 different leaders. I said it already. And Morgan did lead the most laps with 10 laps. And there it is. Jaden Scott, the points champion. 10 points over Jonathan Wong. Those are the final points standings. Biggest gainer in the race. The +4 for Mendez and Morgan, the teammates. Finished up to 17th and 20th. Biggest loser was Angie Brown, it looks like, dropping 4. As well as Aaron Carlson, who also dropped 4. Jonathan Wong makes the most money this season. $1,460,000. Andretti wins the team championship. Jonathan Wong, already said, rookie of the race. And Honda, obviously, rookie of the race. Over to the stats. The final stats. Christian Vargas and Jonathan Wong each won the most races at 2. Wong with the most top 5s with 6. And the most top 10s at 9. Josh Guth, the most poles this season. Oh my goodness. He was on the pole 4 times. That's crazy. Marty Johnson completed the most laps. Woo! I had to do it. I had to do it just once. Christian Vargas led the most laps with 81. And Jake Rogers completed the most spots. How does Jake Rogers complete the most miles, I complete the most laps. That's blasphemous. I'm just kidding. I like Jake. I like that top 3 from Motorsports 360. The fastest average was not the Indy 500, obviously. I'm not sure what it was. Barrito, yes, it was the slowest race. Biggest margin, yes. Orlando, because of the fuel mileage. Kentucky, the closest finish we had all season. Johnson, the fastest pole at Chicagoland. And slowest pole. Yeah, I don't know why we had a pole at Milwaukee. Oh, wait, at Ricky Raceway. I think I just went right to the race. That's why. 47 lead changes at Auto Club. 21 leaders at Homestead. 8 yellows at Gateway. 31 cars running at Michigan. 24 cars DNFing at Gateway. So the 3 drivers in the NOFSRL World Championship are Derek Hamill, Bryon Webb, and Alexander Rowe. All 3 of them from Team Penske going to the Big Daddy of all the series. Man, what a great season this was, ladies and gentlemen. I had a lot of fun calling these races once again. Next season, I'm already looking forward to next season. It's going to be fun, especially with the new IndyCar mod that just came out today. Yeah, that's right. We're using a brand new mod next season. Bye-bye to DW12. Even though I like the DW12 mod. But that does it today. Congratulations to Jaden Scott on the points championship, Steve Morgan on winning the race, and most importantly, Bryon Webb, your 2018 Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series champion. Next week, June 1st, that is the beginning of the NOFSRL World Championship, and I'm going to be starting to record some races. I'm Mars DeCala. You've been watching the NOFSRL Monster Energy IndyCar Oval Series. See you guys next season for that one. See you guys, though, next week for the World Championship. Till then, peace out.